Hello guys, in this video we'll learn about LLM function calling using Rust. Basically, we all have worked with LLMs where we provide some prompts and based on the pre-trained models, we get our output. While function calling enables models to interact directly with external functions, APIs expanding their utility beyond just language processing. So basically, think of it in this way that you give some prompt to your LLM saying, what's the price of crude oil today? Now, the LLM will try to get it from its pre-trained data, but if there is no data up to date, you don't get the output or you don't get the accurate or correct output. But what function calling enables is your LLM invoke your function and you write the function, which basically calls any API and get the latest data, and then you get that as the output. So how does that work? We'll see in a minute, and we'll build our own AI tools using function calling in this video. So I hope by now you should have understood what is function calling. In this video, we'll build a couple of tools, one with a function that we'll use from our crate, another one where we write our own function and use it with our own AI tool. And we'll be using open source models. And how can we run open source models on our machine? I have covered it separately in a video, should be popping somewhere on right top. Make sure you click it, watch it. If you are on Linux, Mac OS, Windows, you just can install that CLI and pretty much run any open source model for free, and then you can build amazing AI tools with me. So make sure to watch that video. Now here, we'll go ahead and run the open source model and we'll start building the tools. So there's lots to cover in this video. Make sure you stick around, watch till the end. And if you have any questions or query, feel free to drop in the comments, or there's a link to my Discord in description. Make sure to join it. We do tons of discussions there and it's completely free to join. So what are you waiting for? Just join it. So here we'll just run some model, and as I do Llama list, as you can see, I have a Llama 3.2 latest on my machine. So we'll just run this Llama 3.2 latest, and there we have our model is up and running, but we will not use it through CLI. Instead, we'll use through our Rust code. So let's say bye for now, and we have our model up and running. So now let's go ahead and add some dependencies that we'll need in our cargo toml. So just add a basic Rust project, and here we'll add a few dependencies that we need. So first of all, we need Tokyo for async programming, cargo at Tokyo, features as full. And the next thing we need is Saturday. So cargo at Saturday with features as drive. And then we need is request. So cargo at request with and for as an HTTP client, and then we need cargo add schema rs for code documentation with features as preserve order. And the last thing that we need is basically the crate that enables us function calling for Llama models. Now this crate works for all the Llama models, which is cargo at Llama rs, like all the open source model, be it Alibaba models or be it DeepSeek, Llama, or any other models that are available in Llama library. But if you want to work with OpenAI, Gemini, then there are different crates for it, but the concepts of function calling remains the same. I'll cover those models as well in a separate video, but since I want these videos for the mass audience to understand, and everybody doesn't have the license or paid account or paid subscription to OpenAI or Gemini, but Llama models or all the open source models, literally everyone can run on our machine, and they are pretty good. So now we need features as here tool implementations and macros, and another tool which is Llama rs macros. Maybe something that we miss. Okay, tool implementations instead. And let's go in our text editor. So there you go. We have Llama rs with all the three features that we need. We have request, schema rs, Saturday, Tokyo. Everything looks good here. Now let's move to our main rs. So first of all, we'll build an AI tool where we'll use calculator, a built-in function or tool for function calling, and then we'll write our own function as well, which will help you guys with the AI agents going forward. So async fn man, and on top we'll just add Tokyo man and let Olama default. Now default basically hits to your local machine on port 11343. So that's where Olama egg runs. So you don't need to change anything, just work with default. And then if you have some messages, you can add in this VAC, but I'll just keep the history as it is. And then tools. So here we have to provide our tool group. So Olama RS and tool group. So here we can specify our tools. So let's say the tool that I'll be specifying is calculator. So let's use the calculator tool. Now, this is how we specify our functions to use. So then we will add a coordinator, and we'll just do coordinator new with tools. So we have to pass Olama, our model, our history, and tools. So right here, the Olama we have passed right here from the client. And the next thing that we need to pass is model. So we can just do string from, and here we can pass our model name. So I'm using Llama 3.2 latest. You can specify whichever model you are using. If you are using the same, then just write as it is. And then we pass our history, which is an empty vector for now. But if you want to store messages in your history and then send that history to your model for more context, then you can pass in. And tools, which is right here. So we pass the tools as well. And now we'll specify the user message. So user message, and it's a VAC, where let's say our user message is 2 plus 2 into 2 minus I don't know, 4. So that's our expression. And so we'll just do let your chat message and chat message user. So here we'll just pass user message to on, and let response is equals to coordinator dot chat and vector of our user message. So your chat message, and await and unwrap. So then we can just do is print response, and we can just do response dot message dot content. So basically it will execute this expression from our calculator, and going forward we'll also build our own tool in the same video. But for now, let's test out this. Just a slight change here. Instead of vector, just do str, because we are not sending multiple user messages or we are looping through it. We are just sending a single one. So just use it as a str. Now let's go ahead and so in our terminal we just do cargo run and quiet. So there you go. It returns the detailed output from our calculator. As you can see, it says using the output from the calculator, and we get, so it says 2 plus 2 into 2, 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So the final answer is 2. And that's what we get printed as our final answer. So as you can see, it works pretty fine. And this is using the built-in calculator. But now let's write our own function. Now we'll write our function that helps us get the weather of a city. So we'll just say uh, async fn get weather, and then we pass city as string, and in result we get string or box and dynamic and error standard error plus sync plus send. So we are expecting an error or a good response, and then here we'll just do is request and get. So whatever the name we'll get, we'll just format and we'll use a publicly available API that gets you the weather, but I'll highly recommend you guys just use it for the learning purposes. So whenever you call it with any city name, you will get the weather. So https and weather. So here we'll pass the city and the format. So format I want is %c and plus %t. So I'll drop the link to this Git as well for this publicly available API. So you must drop a star there, because it's helping us to get weather on fly for free. And text and await. So this will get our city, and who will pass that is, let's annotate it. So it's ulama rs and function, and now we have to also provide code documentation for this. So get the weather for given city, and city to get the weather for the parameter. So we have our documentation, and let's change it. So instead of calculator, now we are using our get weather as the tool, and our user message goes like what's the weather in London. You can search for your own city as well, but I'll just stick with London for now. And pretty straightforward, everything, nothing changes here. Let's write it out. So if you are till now with me, then congratulations, we have just built our very first on function calling tool. And now let's go ahead and run this. So we'll just do cargo run quite, and there you see our output, which is the current weather in London is clear with a temperature of 4°C. And to cross check it, we go to Chrome, we go to the same API, and as you can see, this also returns clear plus 4°C. Now, and let's try to even confirm that, hey, it's hitting our tool or not. So what we do is we add a print here, and we say inside tool. So let's clean this and let's run again. So we just do cargo run quite. So there you can see it prints inside tool, and then the response is the current weather is clear and whatever 4°C the temperature. So as you can see, there are endless possibilities of what we can achieve using this. So let's say this is one function, but as you can see here, it's a vector. So you can add 10 more functions like get weather, get current price, get stocks, I don't know, search, scrap, maybe anything that you want to achieve, and then just provide it here as a tool, and just let your user decide what they want and let LLM invoke your functions for you. It's pretty handful. Again, going forward, we'll be building lots of tools with it. So make sure you watch it till the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye-bye.